My name is Katie, or Kbdoesart, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to 3D model and then just like texture the faces really quickly for a Minecraft bee. So this is actually a tutorial I've been meaning to do for a while, so I'm really happy that I'll get to do it now. Before we get started, I kind of want to just walk you guys through like my mindset or what I'm trying to think of when I'm making this. So what I'm basically thinking is I just like grabbed a default cube, so you can grab one as well up here if you want to follow along on my kind of like visualizations. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to use this one, I'll call it a one by one, as if we look at like a Minecraft bee, that'll be, technically a block, or like a pixel in the Minecraft world. The only thing is that we're not going to like literally like, you know, duplicate a box and like have it like this. That would just be so much work. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to make this box um, the size of the Minecraft bee, and then the faces will be the scale of 1 by 1. So in order to do that, I'm just going to really quickly count how many rows we need, um, just so I can get the dimensions of our body first. Okay, so it'll be 7 by 7 and then 10 down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our attribute editor. We're going to edit our polycube to be those dimensions. So we said that the width was 7, the height was 7, and the depth was 10. And then we're going to do the divisions, that same thing. So 7, 7, and then I think 10, and we should get all these perfect kind of squares basically. So now if you can kind of visualize, that is the bee practically. So now what we're going to do is why don't we extrude some edges to get these legs. We're going to grab the edges. I believe they're right here and right here. I'm going to double check that on the reference. Oh yeah, so it'll be 2 legs, 2 legs. So we'll actually get this one and this one, this one and this one. So that's in between the 3rd and the 4th block, and then we'll do it in between the 5th and the 6th block, and between the 7th and the 8th block. Okay, so now we've got all our edges like this. You're going to do Control E to extrude it. And then instead of doing this, like upping the thickness or anything, I'm actually just going to go to the channel box and I'm going to move them lower. There we go. So we'll do -1 on this one. So extrude it and then change the channel box to translate y to -1. Then you're going to just extrude them again, Control E, and do the same thing. So now you get 2 sets of feet like that. And we can look back at our reference of our bee, and it looks like that. Next, what we can go ahead and work on would be those wings. Okay, so this actually might be the closest that we're going to get to like getting those wings. I'll go ahead and download this. Thank you to Chippy. I'll go ahead and save this image. And then in order to drop this in, you're going to click your space bar and we're going to go to the top Y, which is this. Then we're going to do View, Image Plane, Import Image, and then find wherever you saved it. Mine is in my downloads. And then once that's in, you can scale it on up. What you're going to try and do is scale it so that one of these cubes is the size of the grid. Okay, that's fine. Now we're going to grab a plane. So as you can see, this plane is not quite the dimensions we want. So you can go to your attribute editor and then go to the polyplane. And then I'm just going to make my divisions 0 or 1 and 1 is fine. So it's just 1. So now you've got like a 1 by plane that looks like this, like that. And then really all we're going to be doing is extruding the edges and then moving it down. So this guy, I'm going to go ahead and take this edge and extrude it. All right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to be changing the local translate y to 1. So what you'll do is you'll take edges, you'll extrude them, and then you'll change them. So like for example, these guys would be, we take these two edges, so they're highlighted, extrude it. Then you can do W and it'll be local translate to 1. Then you can just do it again, local translate to 1, extrude, local translate to 1, and it looks like it goes again, so Control E extrude to 1. Now we can take these 3, extrude, and they're going to go up here, so this would be Y to 1, and then this edge needs to come over, so that would also be local translate Y to 1. If this is hard to see too, I'm noticing that I'm like in the image, so I'll just pull it up a little bit so you guys can see what's happening a little bit better. So as you can see, I'm just covering the squares using these edges. So take all these edges, extrude, they're going to be moving down here, 1, and then this edge would need to go over, 1, and these guys would need to go down 1. So it's just like all just changing them really quickly. And then once you have 1, what's really nice is we can just duplicate it. So this guy will just flip over here. So you can do Control D to duplicate, and then we'll just need to change the scale to -1 on the X, and then you can see we've got a mirror of our other one like that. We can position them on our B. Looking at our reference here, it looks like they are resting at this corner. So I'm going to click space and go back into perspective mode. I'm going to bring these guys up. And then I actually might also hold V and it'll snap to the vertices. Yeah, that should be fine. And then we can go ahead and we're going to move these out. So let's turn on this mode, which is wireframe on, while it's shaded too. Now we can see which block we're trying to align it to. So now you can see, remember it was this corner, this guy right here. The Y rotation is basically like 18.5, 19. I'll probably stick with 18. And then you can do the same thing on this one. You'll just go in the negative direction. So -18. And then just move it so that that corner is touching that third block, that one. All right, now we've got the wings. All right, so as you can see, that's going great. You can also go ahead and click on that image. You can either delete it or just hide it by doing Control H. All right, I really like how this is looking so far. We're gonna do the face next. I'm also just going to hide our grid here, so you can hide that by clicking this button right here. And then you can also change your background by doing Alt B. So now you can really see like that contrast. Okay. Cool. So next up, we're going to do the face. Let's look at our reference. Looks like we've got some eyebrows that pop out from the B. Okay, so this does 1, then 2. It looks like it's at 2 blocks in and the block under. So 2 blocks in, the block under. So that would be 1 eyebrow right there. And then the other eyebrow would be 2 blocks in on the other side. So like right there. And then you have 2 lines in the middle. Yep. All right, so we can go ahead and do Control E and extrude those. You can do the same local translate. I don't know if it'll be Y or if it'll be Z. Let's keep trying them. Oh, okay, so apparently it's Z that you'll change to 1. And then this part's going to be a little different. So what I'm going to do is we're going to extrude it one more time and you'll do, let's see if it's Z. Oh, okay, apparently that one is now going to be Y. Then you'll take these two on the top, these two edges, extrude those, and we're going to go up on the Y. And then we need these two and extrude. We're going to go out one more, so it looks like that one is one on the Y as well. So it looks like this. Now, however, these faces right here, we're going to make them clear so you can't even see them, which we can actually just do right now. So grab those two faces and hold right click and do assign new material. Then we're going to go to shader. We'll do AI standard surface. And when we scroll all the way down to the end to find our texture, we're just going to go down to transmission and turn it all the way up. So we can't even see it anymore. Or at least you'll see the outline, but when we texture it and stuff, you won't be able to see it. And then we're also just going to go ahead and make that texture all the way at the end. Let's call this clear, or you could call it see-through, something so you know that that is the part that we cannot see. All right, so now let's look at our reference and see if we have any other 3D components. I think we have a stinger on the back that we need to add in. So let's go to the back. I believe it's going to be this edge right there. And you can extrude that. And we're going to do local translate Y can be, let's see, I think it's 1 on the Z. Yep. And then you can extrude it again and do 1 on the Y like that. All right, so we've got our little stinger. Okay, looks like that's it. So next what we're going to do is texture. So for that, I'm actually going to download this original reference. So I will link that below for you guys to be able to see as well. And then I'm probably also going to download this reference so we can get the back and the side. So I'll put those in the description for you to grab. And then we're going to be putting these in. So let's click space and the front is fine. Then you'll do view, image plane, import image, and we're going to add in both of those images. And you can just move it over so you can see it there. And looks like this one is a web.p, so that's weird. I'll just clip it. All right, so we've got our images in. These are really just more for like color reference. I'm going to turn off this grid real quick. So now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be basically selecting the faces and you're going to change those faces to be the color that is displayed on the reference. So I'm going to do this like medium brown first. So I'm basically just selecting all the pixels or all of the faces that are this medium brown color. So, okay, that looks good. We're going to assign a new material to it. We'll do a shader, AI standard surface. So we'll call this brown 1. And then you're going to take that color and you can click on the color swatch and select the color. I'm going to actually select from up here because they are all the same colors. It's just that they're at a different, light. Okay, and then I'm going to select the rest of the faces, kind of like this medium. That one's a darker one. These are all the medium ones. Okay, and then you're going to assign a new material. We'll do shader, AI standard surface. This one you can call brown 2, and you'll just select that shade as well. So it'd be like this one. Then I'm going to select all the darker ones and assign a new material. And this one's going to be brown 3. That darker brown, I think I'm going to take from maybe like right here. Or maybe this color is good. Okay, so now if we go out, you can start to see it's all brown. Obviously, we're not going to see a lot of it because we don't have proper lighting in the scene yet, which we can add some right now. You can go to Arnold and grab a Skydome light. Okay. And then if you click 7, it'll start to show that coloring right there. So, doing pretty good so far. Why don't we go ahead and transition to doing this side? So in order to do that, I think that's going to be side X. Yeah, side X. So inside X, we're just going to need to change this image plane to be facing this way and then push it over here. That way we can view it in the side X. There it is. All right, I'm going to turn off my grid again since it's annoying me. There we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and select these two like this. And I'll take out this corner. Oh no, I'll keep that corner, but I'll take out this one and maybe this one. And then I'm going to give this an existing material, brown 1, and then we'll do brown 3 at this one. And then this one is brown 2. And then you can make this one whatever. Maybe 3. Okay, so it looks like that. So as you can see, I'm just trying to match up which faces go to which. So like, since this one is brown 2, then you got to make that top one brown 2. Because it's like it's a pixel kind of thing. So these guys down here were all the darker ones. So they need to make sure that they are all brown 3. Okay, now they're all matching that darker color. Okay, and then we can do this band. We'll start with brown 1 on everything, and then we'll add in little spurts of the other browns. So now it's like all solid like this. Ooh, this one needs to definitely be brown 2. So it's matching. There you go. If it's confusing, you can see it on here too, brown 2. And then there's some over here that also need to be brown 2. So this one and this one both need to be brown 2. And then I'll probably just also add in one, like maybe right here can be brown 2. Okay, so now if we render that, you can see it's looking like this. All right, the tail is going to be that dark brown. I like how I called it a tail. It's a stinger, but you know what I mean. We're going to make this all that dark brown 3, like that. Oh, actually, why don't we make 2 of these faces? Well, actually, why don't we just do all these faces down here as the dark color for some shading, brown 3. We can go ahead and grab those stripes. I'm just going to go all the way around. Also, if you guys are confused on how I'm selecting these, I'm just holding tab and then dragging. You can also like hold shift and click one and then double click the next, and that'll get you a ring as well. Pretty easy. Okay, looks good. Now that you have all those faces, you can apply the brown 1 to it. So it looks like that. Let's see how it looks in the render. Yep, looks good. And then for the gradient, we can change the bottom to be the brown 3 or the dark. So this all becomes brown 3, and then we could change these top ones to brown 2 to like really get that gradient going, like that. So I'll start with doing the top. You can see the reference right here. So you're going to grab these 2 faces, go around like that. Going to grab this corner and that one. This one's going to be the lighter yellow. And then go down. There we go. That's obviously the darker one. Grab these 2. Grab this one and this one. And this is going to be assigned a new material. We'll do AI standard surface. And then we'll call this yellow 1. It's the lightest yellow we've got. And of course, we're just going to pick our color, which is this guy. You can also pick from this reference if you feel like that's more accurate. All right, let's now do that medium yellow. So we'll grab these faces, these guys, all those guys, this one, this one, this guy, and these guys. That one's the darker one. Okay, we'll do a new material. This one will be yellow too, because it's that medium yellow. And we'll pick the color, which is this yellow. Okay, and then that just leaves all the dark faces. So you can just grab those real quick and assign new material. AI standard surface. And this is that dark yellow, which you can call yellow 3. Okay, so for the wings, you'll see that I actually did the brown on the wrong side. So these faces are brown, so you can change those to brown 1. And then this will be white, this will be white, this will be white, these will be white, this will be white on the top, and then we'll do. And this will all be our whites. You can assign a new material, AI standard surface, we'll call this white. And then you can grab the color from, this one's fine. There's going to be actually 2 colors. They're super hard to see, but we'll do the white first, and then we'll do like that cream. Okay, so the cream color, you can see it here on our reference. Oh, there's also a white square that I missed right here. So you can assign this one as white. Okay, then the cream colors, there's this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and then these 2. So that'll be the cream colors. So assign a new material, AI standard surface. We'll call this cream. And we'll grab the color from here, very small. Okay, and then this guy will be next, which I mean, you can just texture it exactly like the other one. They're just mirrors. So it'll go white, then cream, cream, white, white, cream, cream. And then this would be white, cream, cream, white, white. So assign these to white. And then we'll do these 2 are our brown 1. Then this is cream. There we go. All those are cream. Oh, and then I also forgot the ones in the middle. So this one is cream, and this one is white. Then you can just grab all the ones in between and make that our clear color. Same thing on this side, all just that clear color. All right, perfect. So now we can bring these back over, and we're going to need to angle them, obviously. You can see on our references that the thing with the 3 on the bottom, that'll be on the right side. So if I angle this like this, that's how it'll go. That 3 is on the bottom. And then remember that that first little corner goes on this square right there. It's a little 2, this one. Okay, I kind of like that. So I'll do negative 193. And then we'll just make sure that that corner is matching onto that, like that. And then this guy might be the same. You can just try it, just doing 193. Oh yeah, that would work. So just do 193, and then you'll push it into place. So like that corner will match up right here. Okay, looks great. Next thing we just need to do is just bring them up a little bit so that you can see the brown on top like that. So why don't we actually start by doing the face, because that'll kind of give us a fun gradient for this bottom that will continue along the sides. So first things first, obviously we have yellow 2 up here. So you can just kind of start to take yellow 2 and find all the places where, like, obviously you're going to need to match those up. Okay, that looks like, oh, and there's also this one. These will be yellow 3, those darker colors that you did. And then obviously we're going to have a bit of yellow 1. Looks like these are all yellow 1. These are. Looks like this guy's yellow 1. And then yellow 2 are going to be these guys. Yep. And then along the side, it's actually going to be a lot of these guys on the side. Not this one, not these two. For now, it's all yellow 2. This will also make yellow 2. Forgot that one. Okay, now we'll do yellow 3. So it looks like we'll have these guys, this one, and this one can be yellow 3. Oh, and also these two down here. And then we're going to need to make a new color, which is this guy in the front. Oh, I forgot these 2 little front guys. These are yellow 3s as well. And then there's a new color. This is yellow 3 too. The new color is that like interesting dark orangey looking color, which are these. Which I guess I'm gonna call that yellow 4. It's not really yellow 4, but I'll call it that. And we can take that color directly from this one. And then we're going to have one more darker color, which I guess we'll call yellow 5. So just make a new material of yellow 5. And that's going to be this guy. So just slightly darker. All right, now we need to make a black for the face and the eyebrows. So you can just select all the faces that are going to be black, which would be like these guys, these guys, these guys, all of those guys. Okay, we'll assign a new material and select the black. And then, oh, I forgot this one. Don't forget to rename it black too. And then we'll have this as our blue, which we can make that real quick. So as you can see, it can be really important to keep track of all your colors because we have a lot of them. So for all these guys, let's take these, change that to brown 1, then we'll change the toes to the darker brown, which was brown 3. If it's not dark enough for you, you can also just do black. Okay, very cute. Some of these we can already edit. So like these are going to be that yellow 4. This was that yellow 3. All right. Now we just need to finish up our sides. So I'm going to go ahead and move this image panel. Let's angle it and move it this way. Okay, and then we're just gonna take some of these guys and texture them. You can also use this reference as well. So it looks like this is our yellow 3. So what I would do is do 2 more yellow 3s here. Then we'll do uh, we'll do like 3 yellow 4s like that. And then the rest of them will make yellow 5s. And we'll kind of do the same over here as well. So like this will be a 4. And then I'm going to make this row all 5s like that. And then on the bottom, we'll alternate between 5 and 4. So let's first just grab them all and make them yellow 5. And then I'm just going to select randomly just some faces. And these are going to be yellow 4s like that. And then you can just match them side to side. So we'll start from this guy. And these guys are all yellow 5s. Then, if you remember, these guys are yellow 4s. Then we'll do the 3s. Actually, I did 4s higher. Because this is our 3, so that this would be 4s. Oh, no, no, no. These are 3s. These are 4s. There we go. All right, and then we have this fun pattern on the top that we can kind of try and just like replicate a little bit. So there's only a couple of yellow 1s, and then they do like a big splotch of yellow 2, and then the rest you'll just make yellow 3s, like that. All right, so we've got most of them all textured. Really the last thing to just do is render it, and we'll see how it looks. I'll also try and like pause on each side so you guys can texture it accordingly to yours. I know some of it's a little hard to follow, so if you want that to be, you see our clear texture has kind of this glass feel to it. You'll just have to find the clear texture and bring down that roughness. That should be fine. And then, yeah, I'd probably leave IOR either around like 1. Yeah, IOR is fine at 1. All right, so now that's more clear. Okay, I'll go ahead and pause on each side so you guys can see it for a little bit. So here's that right side. Here is the front. Here is the left side. And here's the back. And here's the top. The wings are a little hard to see, so I'm just going to add in a plane real quick. Now you can see the wings. The cream's a bit hard to catch, but you can barely see it. You can adjust the cream too. Let's just make the color tad more obvious, like that. There you go. There's the wings. All right. That is it. So, great work if you got this far. Super impressed. I know that was kind of not like a super difficult build, but if you are trying to like just texture by using faces in Maya and not going into Substance or anything, this can be a really easy way to just quickly texture it. And have it all done. So, if you guys haven't already, you can join my newsletter. I don't usually send out too much, so you won't be spammed or anything by it. And then, obviously, Follow me. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, all of the above. And I'm trying to upload tutorials more often. So if you guys have anything that you want to see, let me know. I'd love to make it for you. But yeah, that's it for this time. So I'll see you in the next tutorial. Yeah, bye guys.